transition back to working on R controlled vowels. We've practiced AR, R, OR, ORE, OAR that all say or, and now it's time to talk about that bossy R, Now here's the hard thing about the sound. There are 3 ways to spell it. We can have an ER like in fern, earn. Fern has the ER in the middle. We can have an IR like in girl, girl. And we can have a UR like in curtains with that at the beginning of curtains. So our goal today is to expose ourselves to so many words with that sound so we can start recognizing when it's a UR, an IR, or an ER. Let's go ahead and practice some of those ways that we can spell the sound in a word. Take a look at these words that all have an I for the vowel. All 3 words have an I, but the sounds are completely different. Let's see if we can figure out what they are and why they're different. The top word we have there is it. It has that short vowel symbol right above that I because it is a short I, fit. Now in the middle there, you'll notice that silent E. You probably already said the word is fine. And why is that long I symbol the long symbol above the I? Because of that E. We have fit with the short I, fine with the long I, and on the bottom also an I, but the sound is different. Yes, you said it is because of that IR. I love that you're already paying attention to this. That the IR says in the word firm. 3 different symbols there. We have the scoop for the short I, also called a breve. We have the line symbolizing that long vowel there. And on the bottom, put a dot above the sounds where the R is controlling that vowel and the IR says Let's look at one more example with 3 different ways that we hear the sound with the same vowel, depending on how it's spelled. On the top there, we have a shorty word. What is it? Yes, pen. And you see the breve, the short symbol above that E. It's all by itself. Consonant, vowel, consonant. In the middle, you see that silent E on that name. Pete. Good. And we see the long symbol above that vowel. How about on the bottom? Put a dot there, and it is perk. We have that R controlled vowel there. R is controlling the E and making it say Okay, let's go ahead and look at how some words could look spelled with all 3 ways to spell the sound, ER, IR, UR, but we have to be able to recognize which one is correct. If you take a look there, we have the word third written 3 ways. On the top, we have an ER. In the middle, we have an IR, and on the bottom, we have the UR. So should third be spelled with the ER like fern, the IR like girl, or the UR like curtains? Which one looks correct to you? If you said that it should have the IR, third has an IR like in girl, you got that one correct. How about this word, hurt? It's written 3 ways. All 3 ways that we could spell the sound in that word. We have to be able to recognize which one looks correct. Do we use an ER like in fern? Do we use an IR like in girl? Or a UR like in curtain? Which one looks right to you? In this case, we need the UR. Hurt is spelled with a UR, just like the UR in curtain. Now let's look at the word skirt. Okay. Skirt, is it ER like fern? I-R like girl, or U-R like curtain. Which one looks correct? The correct answer is I-R. Skirt has an I-R like in girl. The more we practice these words, the more our brain will recognize which pattern to use for that sound. Let's go ahead and read some words together. We have p, s, purse. We have serve. This next one has 2 syllables. Get the first part with the fume. The perfume smells so good. Now we have a 1-syllable word again with the in the middle. Did you say thirst? Oh, this next word you may not really have heard of before, but it is the word churn. Churn. You can churn butter in the olden days. You used to have to mix it like this and churn the butter. Churn is going to be that mixing motion. How about this next word? Get the base word, add the ed, stirred. Okay, and this next one has 2 syllables. First syllable, second syllable. Let's do it. Disturb. Do not disturb the sleeping baby. Did you get the first part? Expert. What are you an expert on? And our last one. Did you say service? Because I see ice, but service doesn't sound right. The word would be service. Yes, if it doesn't sound quite right the first time you do it, think about what would make sense right there. Service. Hey, way to go working on those R-controlled vowels. You're doing great.